So officially it is day 2 here at the 2015 Northwest Outdoor Activity Vehicle of the Year competition. As you saw previously, we were on road yesterday. Today is about off-road, and I'm pretty excited about taking this one off. And I'm sorry, introduce yourself at least to some of my viewers. We've been talking already, but what's your name and what's your title?
My name's Tim Hensley, and I don't really have a title. I work a lot of the extra programs for Land Rover North America. We support a lot of things, National Equestrian Foundation. We do with the press fleet. We do things like Mudfest here with Nawapa. So all over the board, I really feel like I have one of the best positions with the brand, and that I get to do a lot of really fun things with our vehicles and with our customers. So.
Well, talking about fun, we are now going off-road. Talk about what makes this this Land Rover Discovery stand out for its off-road capability and what we can practice with today.
Yep. So this vehicle really has the technology built into it. We don't trail rate our vehicles. We don't do anything special for them. It's just part of the Land Rover DNA.
Okay.
And so what we have is terrain response, which Land Rover is the original manufacturer that created terrain response. And what it does is really gives you an expert in the vehicle at all times by simply pushing a button. So in this car we have the 3 different features that we have are grass, gravel, snow, mud and ruts, or sand mode, in addition to the normal automatic mode that you would drive on the highway most of the time. So for this course we use mud and ruts because it's muddy, and that predisposes a lot of the features in the vehicle to function better and more appropriate for that environment.
And how do we engage that? Do we have to stop and engage it? Is it a push button somewhere?
It's a push button. We do it right here on the dash, and we can see the 4 different choices we have. And if we simply push the button twice, we have our display shows us what mode we're in, shows us what we've done. It automatically turns hill descent control on. It changes the front and rear power distribution bias. It also gives you an indication over here that it turned off autonomous emergency braking and it turned off dynamic stability control. So it allows the vehicle to really maximize its capability for that environment. And we clear that simply by touching the menu OK, when actually you wait until that warning pops up, and while the warning is popped up, you touch the OK button. So wait until it pops up, and as soon as it does, touch the button, and it clears that warning that those features are turned off.
Okay.
And that really does allow the technology to focus on power distribution for that mud and ruts environment.
All right. Mud and ruts. So are we talking about generally going to a trailhead? Someone's, obviously there's a snow section, so that's going to be specific to snow.
Yep. It could be any of those things. A trailhead or a logging road or a gravel road that's, inclement weather like today where it starts raining and things start to get a little bit muddy. The beauty of it, you can go either way here, it doesn't matter. The beauty of it is that you're able to engage it and disengage it at any time, any speed on the fly, because it really is just reprogramming the vehicle to be optimal for that condition.
Okay. And do you find owners are utilizing its off-road capabilities? Because sometimes someone wants to have that status of, oh, I got a Land Rover, I can go off-road, but they never go off-road.
Some do, some don't. Having that adventure capability built into the vehicle is pretty key for us, and it's part of the brand promise, that breadth of capability, if you will. And whether you go off-road or not, all of that capability translates into safety and confidence on road. So, for example, here in the Northwest, if you're heading up to Snoqualmie Pass and it turns into a snowy day, then no problem. The vehicle will take care of it.
All right, what do I need to be concerned about going through this? Just take it slow?
Take it slow. And slow is about maybe 2 miles an hour, a little bow wave in front of the car, but not a splash. And so that allows the water to sort of move away from the vehicle as you go through it instead of forcing it into the vehicle. We have the deepest wading depth in this category at 23.5 inches. Okay. So very good capability. We have triple door seals on the vehicle. So it's literally designed to do what we just did. You can hear the water lapping up at the floorboards underneath the vehicle. You can go straight into this and then turn left to head up the hill.
And the ground clearance on this one?
Ground clearance is a little over 8 inches. As important as ground clearance is, approach angle, departure angle, and breakover angles. We're class leading in all 3 of those categories as well, and so it gives us a lot of capability. Here we're going up into a fairly steep hill. We're in D1. If you just kind of keep it steady momentum and instead of climbing left, just pretty much go straight, it'll walk right out. You feel a tiny bit of wheel slippage. You can see it locks up and redistributes power to the rear, pushes it right up the hill.
And speed control is usually the key to going uphill.
Yeah. And I'll show you a cool feature. Stop right here if you would.
Okay.
Another little hidden feature in the vehicle is hill start assist, and so it gives you about 3 seconds when you take your foot off the brake. The brakes will hold, allowing you to just touch the throttle and drive away without it rolling back.
Is that the you engage or is it automatic?
Automatic. So
right now, it's blocked. I can feel it holding, and now it drops.
Feel it for about 3 seconds. So anytime hill descent control is on, hill start assist is automatically activated.
I like that. That's good.
And then I mentioned hill descent control. So if you look at the dash, there's a display with a green hash mark.
I see it.
So go ahead and stop for a moment.
Okay.
And then touch cruise control minus and watch how it changes your target speed on hill descent control.
Oh yeah.
Yep. And so you can take it down to the lowest target speed, which is about 2 miles an hour. Down this hill, if you just let your foot off the brakes, you can just gently drive the vehicle down, and it'll keep us, we'll go no faster than this, it'll just keep us nice and slow. You can actually feel them engage.
Yes.
Yep.
Well, that's trust, isn't it?
It is, and it's hard to do, to really believe that the technology in the vehicle is there for you, it's going to do what we say it'll do, but it does. It just walks it down nice and slow.
This is a good course to test this out. I found a good one.
It's pretty much perfect, and again, we're really not in the extreme category, but we're running the same course as the extreme vehicles are, just because we can. So let's go ahead and hang left.
Okay.
And we'll dive back into this pond and then make a right and go through. So straight toward the tree, and then just turn right before you get to the tree.
Am I going through?
Nah, we can go to the right, and then.
And I can hit the accelerator. Am I going to take off the hill descent?
Turn right. Yeah, it overrides.
Oh, okay.
So hill descent control is designed as a driver aid, and so what that means is while you're driving, it will aid you, but it doesn't intervene to the point where it's intrusive. As soon as you touch the throttle, it overrides it.
Okay.
So if you were driving on a trail in the woods, once you have your vehicle set up, you don't have to touch anything. You just leave it on, continue to drive, you get to the next hill, let off the brakes, and it takes you down nice and slow.
Okay. Steering is very firm.
It's EPAS, electronic power assisted steering on the vehicle, so it changes based on driver input, vehicle speed. It's adjustable.
Okay.
So.
I'm lost.
Either way is fine.
Okay.
Yeah. They both go to the same place.
Right or left?
Straight ahead here. Yep.
Okay.
Yeah, straight ahead.
Who's the competition? Be honest.
This vehicle, so we just did a competitive comparison with our retail group. And so really with this group, we're looking at BMW X3, Audi Q5, Acura RDX. We have some different vehicles in the category here. The Subaru's in that category, the Volvo XC60. But realistically, we think most of our conquests, and this vehicle is new to the brand, Discovery Sport is, and with most of our conquest sales that we'll get from this vehicle, it's going to be all over the board, but it'll be those 3 primaries, probably BMW, Mercedes, the GLK is another competitor in this category, Audi Q5, and Acura.
Excellent job. Thanks very much.
Thank you.
It's been an education and an adventure.
Yeah, that's the brand, adventure. So.